Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance. And this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from John. And here's his story. Hey, Ollie, the past few weeks I've sent you questions that you gave great answers to. However, I did not find your channel from any type of political topic, but through me searching BPD traits of a sibling I have. We both have been through a lot in the past few years, actually a considerably more amount than most people. I won't give specifics, but for whatever reason, the end result of our personalities ended up as polar opposites. I've turned into a very callous person, not in a bad way. It's just that I cannot let emotions rule me. If something bad happens, like it did in the past, I always had to deal with it. This allowed them to not really be exposed to the trauma when we were experiencing it. The best example I could give of this, when something bad happened, I always had to be the guy to handle it. A strange knock at the door at 1 a.m., they hide, I get it. They mismanage money, I need to give them advice because I know more, aka I actually studied, and the advice should be given away. I'll do the work, you reap the benefits, unless, of course, a stock goes down, then it's all my fault. That's the way it always is. That's the life of black sheep. Nothing you do is good enough. Nothing you do is right. Anything that does go right is because of them. Everything that goes wrong is your fault. My question is this: will this ever change? No. No. Borderlines never change. This never changes. Why will this never change? Because society permits it. Why does society permit it? Marxism/communism is the root cause of all of this. This is not going to change. It's not going to change individually. It's not going to change until society changes. And society is a raging fucking dumpster fire heading towards a fucking manure pit. That's where we are right now. Western culture, American society was the last stopgap to all of this. Fighting these individual fights, I've come to learn, and I've come to have to come to this realization, okay, is pointless because society allows it. And we're at a point now where, America, this whole country, the whole founding of it was all people trying to go no contact from Europe and the rest of the world's bullshit, and they keep coming after you. This is the last stop. There's nowhere to go after this. What do you do when there is no more? When you can't go no contact anymore? There's nowhere to go. You have to change society. See, they want us fighting these individual battles against their individual monsters, because that's what they are. That's what borderlines are. That's what I labeled them as. That's where the series is. Monsters, not victims. They want us fighting their monsters. Why? So we're distracted with them, so we won't look at the root cause. The root cause is societal. What caused it? Marxism, communism, all of it. Rules for Radicals, all of their books, all of their literature is the playbook for personality, for cluster B personality disorders, sociopathy, narcissism, borderline, and histrionic personality disorders. All of it. They want us worrying about, will my however old sibling ever going to change? No, they're not. Want to know why they're not going to change? Because society doesn't want them to. My question is this: will this ever change? Because me having to deal with such a great deal of trauma and needing to handle it, I am a 50-year-old man. Nothing phases me. If there is difficulty, it's always me that this person comes to. And because of this, they are admitted from responsibility. Geez, sounds like being in the United States of America, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Are you understand where I'm coming from here? Do you understand why I'm saying these individual battles with these individual monsters isn't what the problem is? It's a grander problem. It's a societal problem. It's a political problem. Everybody blames us for everything, but then wants us to fix it. When any responsibility is assigned to them, it's not even worth it because it's pulling teeth. Like trying to get these countries to pay for their NATO obligations or whatever else it is. Yelling about their victimhood, how I should be happy to do said task because I don't have social anxiety and I should be happy to help others. You don't have social anxiety, then why you've been rewriting me for months? Just because your anxiety isn't outward and you're not having these histrionic emotional fucking breakdowns, John, doesn't mean you're not damaged and you're not having your emotions aren't running your life. They're just doing it quietly. Just because you're not expressing it outwardly like a histrionic or like a typical borderline doesn't mean that you got control of your emotions and you're not angry or you're not whatever. It really is scary, man. As though at the end of this horrible series of events, we both went in at the same age, but came out totally different. One of us now fairly responsible, and the other unable to function. Can this ever be fixed? I fear for the future and dependency of my sibling. Which is what he wants you to do. Or they, or I don't know if the... That's what they want. That's how they keep you entrapped. Don't be. Don't be. You owe him nothing. You owe him nothing. It's the same playbook, whether it be political or personal. This victimization, this you're the cause of all the world's problems or all of my problems. But then if you want to get away from them, you're a this or you're a that or you're abusive or you're an isolationist. They want us fighting their monsters so we don't fight them, so we don't fight the source. None of this narcissism bullshit could ever survive unless you are in a society that permits it. Unless we're going to take on society. The cause, the root cause of all of this, you're going to be fighting the same battle over and over and over again. We are at a point now. We are past no contact. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. They do what they always do. They overtake. They take everything good and then they destroy it. And then they blame you for it and expect you to fix it on their time frame when they say so, and then give them credit for fixing it. only so they can go and break it again. So, worrying about your individual sibling, as frustrating as this may be, and it's what brought everybody to this channel in the first place. Channels, however this breaks out. We got to move beyond it now. Because as the channel's grown, we learned, you've learned, I've learned. We are at the end of a rope here. There is nowhere else to go. These sociopathic Marxist communists have poisoned the last refuge we had to fight any of this. Poisoned it. Which I will get into in depth on the Rumble channel. This is staying on YouTube. This is frustrating, and this has been a hard thing that I've had to come to terms with these last couple weeks. And that's not to say I'm changing my opinion on anything else I've said in the past. I'm not. And I will get into that in the Rumble video. In the Rumble exclusive video. It's beyond your individual abuser at this point. It's a society that allowed it to happen in the first place, and it allows it to continue going forward. That's what has to be dealt with. So, how we do that going forward, we'll get into on this channel. We'll get into a lot on this channel. I am back into the narcissism videos. There is a second Rumble channel, the Narcissistic Resistance, where this video will go. Political videos will only be on Rumble to the Gen X channel, with a link on this channel of how to get there. That's where we are. So I'm back doing your stories. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, everybody. And if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like me to expose, you'd like to have a private video made, set up a Skype or phone call, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you, as I am completely demonetized from Google and YouTube. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links on the description, in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and to my 2 channels on Rumble, links in the description box, and share this wherever you can. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance and Generation X Politics. See you all soon, everybody.